Oh, it's Pro Wrestling Summer. You already know what it is. Knowledge is in the house. Knowledge, what's up, bro?
Tatum, what is going on, brother?
How you doing, man?
Well, that's something that we haven't been able to say for a few weeks.
Yeah, right. Well, very well. Well, I like that. I like that. That's a great. That's a great. What is that? What would that be considered? That's not. Is that an adjective or a verb?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't do the English stuff.
Yeah.
Words
Okay.
are words.
Words are words. I fucking love it. I love it. Well, anyway, I wanted to talk about something very particular today. I wanted to talk about the WrestleMania ticket prices because it's Mania season and it's Mania Money, I guess. And just based upon the ticket prices, I was very unsure about who would even go to the motherfucking show when the prices of the fucking tickets are fucking $10,000.
Yeah, when I first saw that, I remember I called you. I had to talk to you about it because I was shocked. And you look at the market that WWE is going for. You know, obviously they want the hardcore fans and all that, but they want kids. They want a kid-friendly environment. And you're going to put tickets on sale for at most $10,000. The cheapest ticket is still around $500, and that's before all the charges that come with all the fees and everything that come with tickets.
Well, and that's for one ticket for one night.
Yeah. So
WrestleMania is 2 nights. So if you're going with a family of 4, right, and you get the cheapest nosebleed seat ticket possible to Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, it's gonna cost you $1,000 just for one night of tickets.
Yeah, so I looked it up.
No, I'm sorry, $2,000 for a night full of tickets for 4 tickets.
So I looked it up for an individual person. The most expensive ticket.
Yep.
For a 2-day pass.
Yep.
$24,674.
Oh my God, bro!
Now
what the fuck?
The cheapest ticket.
Yep.
For a 2-day pass, $1,323. That does not include fees. That does not include your airfare. That does not include lodging. That does not include food. That doesn't include merchandise. Anything you want to buy that's extra.
Popcorn, fucking
shirts, whatever gear you want.
Mm-hmm. A collector's cup that's probably $35.
$24,000 for one ticket for 2 days. That there are people in this country that don't make that much in a year.
That's very true.
And you're gonna have people spending that for 2 nights of WrestleMania. Which, by the way, last year's WrestleMania, there was some great stuff at the top of the ticket, but there was a lot of garbage in between.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a stupendous card. I wouldn't say it was stupendous.
And imagine if you get a WrestleMania from like 3 or 4 years ago that it was just disappointment after disappointment after disappointment.
See, they're so hot right now though that I don't think that anything that they would do would be like a big disappointment. But spending a year's salary for some people on a fucking ticket to both nights of WrestleMania is like, that's a tough fucking pill to swallow, man.
But the problem is, you say, they're hot right now. The problem is you're only 2 or 3 injuries away from having a very different WrestleMania.
Right.
So
I mean, look what happened.
Just one board member's decision from having a very bad WrestleMania.
You're one CM Punk injury away.
When
he got hurt in the Royal Rumble last year. I mean, just think about that.
Changed the game.
Changed the whole perception of WrestleMania very quickly.
It basically completely changed night 1.
Yeah, I would say that's probably pretty accurate. It did definitely change night 1, that's for sure.
So, and like I said, board member, The Rock, wanting to insert himself into the main event, make it Rock versus Roman instead of having Cody finish his story. Like, that's a whole, like, that could have gone a completely different way.
I mean, at least last year you were able to see Cody finish the story.
Right,
Like, I think that that's pretty cool, but
and that's only because CM Punk got hurt and they were able to do the tag match on night one.
I mean, there's just so many variables, and spending that type of money is just wild to me.
And you have to spend that now. You have to spend that. Well, not even now. You had to spend that weeks ago.
Yeah, because those tickets are already gone. You got no
I can't even
fucking
imagine
shot.
how much you would have to spend for those tickets now.
Oh, on the secondary market, I'm sure that the fucking ticket prices are exuberant.
So to spend that much money
Exorbitant.
when you're months out from anything dealing with WrestleMania. Things aren't even locking in yet. You know, I mean, we don't even know if there's going to be a fifth member on both teams for the Bloodline Civil War at War Games. You know, we don't know what's going to happen with that storyline.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know if Cody's going to be defending his title.
Yeah.
You don't know if Gunther's going to be the champion still.
Yeah.
So to spend that much money for a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah.
To say that you're at WrestleMania?
I mean, here's my thing, dude, and I don't mind. I don't mind that people spend an assload of money because that's their business. You know what I'm saying? For me, I've been to so many wrestling shows that for me it's more worth the $10 a month for Peacock to watch the shit from the comfort of my own home, where I can use a clean bathroom whenever I so desire, when I can go downstairs and get a drink whenever I want, something to eat. I mean, what are you looking for? Are you looking to go buy a T-shirt at the all access thing that they do? You can just order the T-shirt on fucking online.
Those tickets to that 2-day event don't include all that all access stuff.
So
that's all extra.
So $24K, right, for one ticket for both nights.
Yeah.
$24K. And then you're talking about lodging.
Yeah.
You're talking about getting to the show, probably taking an Uber if you're smart.
Yeah.
If not, you're paying $50-$60 to park.
Will you even be able to get an Uber?
Right. It is Las Vegas. I mean, you should.
But there's going to be a lot of people going to that event.
100%. Probably taking Ubers all at the same time as well.
Right.
So then you're talking about food. For the 2-day event. Yep. You're not just going to go for the 2 days. You're probably going to go for like a 4-day trip.
Yeah.
So unless you're going to be staying at like Circus or something, some doldrum of of horrible lodging. I mean, you're fucking paying an ton of money, and then you don't even get tickets to the all access stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? How much is the all access thing? It's got to be $100 a ticket. I can't
even imagine. If
are they going to do $1 billion gate?
Oh, I mean, I don't see. I don't know if it's going to be $1 billion this year, but I mean, we're heading that way. If these tickets keep going to this price, unless people stop buying these tickets, yeah, you're going to look at that eventually. Can
you imagine $1 billion WrestleMania gate?
I mean,
oh my God!
How many people can they fit into this stadium? How many people are they expecting for attendance?
It's at Allegiant Stadium. I don't know. I mean, it's got to be probably close to 68, maybe like 68,000, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't know, 63 maybe.
Yeah, so they're saying that it can expand up to 72,000 for Super Bowl events, but I'm pretty sure that.
That's not all the field seats that you're going to be putting in. So if it's 72,000 without the field seats, I mean, you're talking probably another like $20K.
Okay, so just for 500 tickets.
Yep.
Not 500. For $500 a ticket, which is just a little bit over what their cheapest seats are.
Yep.
You're looking at $36 million. If you sold 72,000 $500 tickets, you're looking at $36 million. Okay. That is not including all of the tickets that are above
which
the
is
$500,
most.
which is most. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's going to be a ton of cheap seats, but there's way more seats that you're going to be getting for like $10,000. Not way more, but there's a lot of seats you're going to be getting for $10,000 and all that. I mean, it's
Man.
astronomical. You're going to be looking at least in the hundreds of millions of dollars. It's insane. And it doesn't stop until, I mean, you look at baseball tickets, you look at any sporting event, it doesn't stop until people say, you know what, enough's enough. Enough's enough. This has gotten out of hand.
Yeah, but when does that stop though? I mean, you can't imagine that it's gonna stop anytime in the near future because they listen. It's supply and demand.
Yeah.
So like if you know that those $10,000 tickets they were gone immediately because people want the tickets. It doesn't matter the price. Some people will pay any fucking price that it is. They'll second mortgage their house, whatever the fuck they gotta do. And it's like, yeah, man, but for me, for like the average guy, not that I'm an average guy or anything, but if I was an average fella, like, there's no way that I'd be able to take any. I'm gonna go by myself.
Yeah.
Hey, honey, going to WrestleMania. Oh, by the way, spent $30K on fucking tickets to the all access of the 2 nights of WrestleMania. And by the way, still gotta pay for lodging.
Yeah.
Still gotta pay for food, gambling, drinks, whatever the fucking case is.
I don't know if I'd live. I don't know if I would live through that. I'm pretty sure that I would just be smothered to death in my sleep.
Yeah.
If I just told
Right.
my wife, like, hey, I just spent $24,000 on my ticket for 2 nights.
I mean, even if I got free tickets to the show, I don't know if I would go.
Because it's already exorbitant just with the price of flights and lodging. I mean, you're in
Vegas.
You're in Vegas. It's not going to be cheap, and they are going to jack those prices up even more than.
Oh my God! I can't
are.
even imagine what the prices are for that.
Guarantee
weekend.
you, all these casinos for every single person coming in for WrestleMania, you're getting some chips and everything to go to these casinos. On the house.
100%.
There you go. Just go ahead and play.
100%.
I mean, if I hate to bring AEW into this, but if I'm TK, I'm on as many laptops I can get on, and I'm buying up every single cheap seat, and I'm selling them on the secondary market for twice the price, so I can pay for my budget for AEW for the year.
Oh my God! Well, somebody actually, I don't want to jump too far into AEW, but just to put it in perspective, AEW's salaries are $120 million a year. $120 million a year. Let's just put that in perspective for a second. Talk about how fucking crazy you gotta be to fucking think about that. Just I can't even imagine paying that much money for all those guys that most of them don't even work.
Yeah.
They're just sitting at home chilling.
What do you think the payday is going to be for the main at WrestleMania?
Oh my God, bro.
You're looking at this, and hey, $36 million just for the just to sell everything at cheap seats.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta figure somebody. See, here's the thing. I don't know what their pay structure is now. I don't know if they are just straight salaried employees, because that's not how it used to be.
Right.
You used to get a downside guarantee, and then it was, you get paid, for performance.
Right.
But
and based on your spot on the card.
Correct. Right. So, like, if you're in the main event of fucking WrestleMania, like, you're getting a dope-ass bonus check, like, or any pay-per-view for that matter, but WrestleMania specifically, if you're in the main event. Now, I would imagine that it's still a bonus type of scenario for the main event. I'm sure that, the undercard probably, gets paid a little bit. But the main event of WrestleMania, you got to think that they're going to make $5-6 million a piece, depending upon what the main event is. and like that's not short money. That's pretty fucking decent money for 20 minutes of your time.
And I just got to tell you, I mean, last year's WrestleMania, I remember it distinctly. I'm on my couch at home in the dark.
Whoa. Do you have a bottle of lotion and some Kleenex? You're getting pretty dim here, man.
My life is pretty boring, so everybody's asleep. I'm gonna keep the lights out so nobody wakes up.
That boy.
But so I'm in the dark watching WrestleMania. That whole moment where Cody gets the pin, the Undertaker came back and everything, John Cena came back. I'm watching that whole thing, and I gotta say, I had a great view from my couch with my Peacock membership or subscription, and man, it still sent chills down my spine. It was an emotional moment. I didn't have to be there to enjoy it.
Yep.
I was warm. I was comfortable. There was no pole in my way. Like, I wasn't hundreds of feet or I mean, at this point, thousands of feet away from the action. I didn't have to watch tiny little ant people wrestling on the mat and then have to look up at a giant screen to see what was actually going on. No, I
you
had
have the best seat in the house.
Best seat in the house, and I paid nothing for it. So I just can't understand. You have to really want that experience, and I feel like everyone at some point should have that experience. Every wrestling fan should have that experience of going to a WrestleMania and experiencing that atmosphere, but not at those ticket prices. That's just absurd. Obscene.
I don't even know why. Listen, just go to any pay-per-view, okay? The fact of the matter is that I pop the same from my couch as I would at the show.
Yep.
And I don't have to be surrounded by a bunch of other people that that I don't know.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm not, I don't want to say I'm not a people person, but, I mean, I just don't like being around that many people, especially wrestling fans, because they don't know how to act, most of them.
Yeah, and I can't imagine going to a live show now. I haven't been to a live show in a while. Not a WWE live show. I've been to indie shows and stuff like that. But being at a WWE live show, I can't imagine what that would be like, especially in those big moments when you see the crowd. They all, when I went in the Attitude Era, everybody was holding up signs and stuff, and you're like, all right, that's annoying. Now everybody has their damn phone up, recording the moment on their phone as if they're not going to be able to just, again, go home and watch it again at any point in time with the entire WWE library.
Yeah, see,
they have to have their own moment from their phone. It's like, put your damn phone down. Be in the moment. What are you doing? I don't know. I don't get it.
But I think it's the same thing of, you watching the wrestlers that look like ants, and then you're watching a screen.
Yeah.
So you're paying, even if you bought the lowest price ticket at $500, you're paying $500 to watch a screen. I would rather watch a screen from my fucking house than watch a fucking giant screen. And listen, I get it, man. You want the experience of being able to be there. Like, listen, this is John Cena's last fucking run. This is his last hurrah, and this is what it's going to be. All right, cool. So this is going to be his last WrestleMania. Now, if you're a giant fan of John Cena,
you might want to be there for it.
Right. Like, yeah. I can understand, hey, you know what? You're a giant fucking John Cena fan. Yeah. You've been a, hustle, loyalty, respect. You rock the hats. Like,
let me drop $24,000 to be there for him.
This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. So, just so you can sing him to the ring.
I don't get to eat this year, but I was there for it. I was there.
Like, that's what I mean,
and
bro.
You're just goofy if you're going to be one of those people that's watching WrestleMania through your phone screen, recording the giant screen because you can't get a close enough shot of the wrestlers in the ring. Like, you are paying thousands of dollars to watch WrestleMania from a screen on your phone. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Was that worth it for you? And, I mean, celebrities are going to buy those ridiculously expensive tickets because $24,000 to somebody who's making tens of millions of dollars a year.
It's nothing.
It's nothing. Drop in the hat. And it's never going to get better as long as you have people like that are buying those tickets.
But think about how many tickets they've had to comp.
Oh, I'm sure there's got to be a number of them.
You know, not just family and friends tickets, because they'll get seated somewhere else.
I'm sure they gave some celebrities comp tickets too.
Of course, Jelly Rolls of the world, MGK, Logan Paul's people. I'm sure that all these people are getting comped.
And you know there's going to be charitable ones too. You know, they always like bringing...
I love that.
Yeah, Make-A-Wish kids, stuff like that. That's great.
Love it.
Should happen. And I feel great for those kids. Those are the people that get to go there and experience that I'm like, good for you.
Those are the people that I want sitting in the front row.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't give a fuck about the 40-something-year-old guy who's crying when John Cena comes to the ring because he just can't deal with life, and John Cena is like his fucking hero. Like, I feel for those people who are the Make-A-Wish families. Like, I want those people to get the front row seats.
Yeah.
I want them to be treated well. I want them to get the merchandise and get the fucking shirts and shit like that. I don't give a fuck about the 40-year-old guy who's crying in the front row who like doesn't know how to act and like he thinks the shit. It's still real to me, damn it.
Yeah.
It's still real.
Nah,
bro, what are we doing here, man?
And I mean,
like,
everybody has a right to spend their money how they see fit, but I just can't. I can't justify it. I don't know how anybody justifies it. Yeah, I mean, listen,
you're in the perfect place for it.
At this point, just rent. You know, like just rent money. Like get your own place. You're spending $24,000 on WrestleMania ticket. Get out of the basement and get your own place.
I just who's spending. Who's buying $40,000, $80,000 worth of tickets for a family of four to go sit in the front row?
No, you're not. You can't bring a family.
You can't.
It's not family.
It's a solo ticket. It's a solo ticket type of thing.
Yeah.
Not solo Sokoa. It's a solo ticket type of thing. Like, there's just nothing that you can do about it.
And if you have the money to spend on that, and you're like, hey,
invest it.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're like, if you're making 7 figures a year and you're like, hey, I'm bringing the family to WrestleMania, good for you. Great.
Yeah, congratulations. I hope that you guys pop out of your shoes.
I mean, you better. Everybody better love that damn show. I don't know. You can do so much more with that money than spend it on one show.
You can go on a dope-ass vacation to anywhere in the world.
You can literally just find a band and travel around with them
for a year
across the country for a fraction of the cost. Like, I don't understand what's happening.
It's just very strange to me, man. It's just very strange. I don't get why people do what they do, but who am I to judge?
It made me physically sick to see that. When I saw 10 G's, and I was like, okay, all right, 10 G's. But that's few and far between. What's the cheapest tip? $500. $500 for the cheapest for one night. For one night, and it doesn't include the fees. The fees alone is going to add another like $200 onto the ticket.
Immediately,
and then you got to worry about getting airfare and lodging and food and everything else. I just can't.
And now, if you're here's my thing: if you're in Vegas, right? If you live in Vegas, you see every show known to man.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what's the point?
Yeah.
It's only people who are flying in to go and see that show. You're not going to get a lot of people from Vegas going to fucking see WrestleMania unless they're getting comp tickets.
I respect the people that are going to go there for the Monday after. I respect those people.
Well, yeah, because the tickets are like fucking nothing.
Yep. And you're going to be at or near that same venue, and it's going to be hot. The Monday after Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania is always hot.
It's always good. Always good. Now, just think about all the indie companies that are doing shows that weekend.
Yeah.
I would go for the indie shows because the tickets are like $20.
Yeah.
I would go and see fucking 9 indie shows.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the All Access. Fuck night 1 of WrestleMania. Just go to night 2.
Yeah.
And, okay, so then what? You go with a group of your friends. You each pay, it's going to be less than a G. And you go and see, 9 indie shows and fucking WrestleMania, and then you could stay for the night after Raw for like an extra fucking, it's still gonna cost you under a G.
Yep.
To go see all those fucking shows, and then you probably get a deal on a fucking hotel room, do the buddy system or whatever. Like, and fucking, at that point, who cares?
At that point, you can spend the money on one of the cheap tickets for WrestleMania.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
See, like that would be worth it. You know what I mean? If you had a big group of dudes and you fucking were going and you're gonna go night 2. Or half of you go night 1, half of you go night 2, like whatever the fucking situation is, but you go and do all the indie shows together and shit, like, and then everyone goes to the Raw after Mania, like, I see, now that's worth it to me. That would be a worthwhile investment because it's like, okay, it's a G.
Yeah, and then if the night 2 sucked, then you're fine with it. It's just that's my problem is that you have a chance. I mean, at this point, it's more of like a 30% chance that it's not going to be a pretty good show, but
I don't think it's going to be a dud.
No, but I'm saying there's always a chance. You know?
Of course.
But I mean, in years past it was like 50-50. In some years past it was like 70% chance it was going to be terrible. But I would say right now they're on a good swing. As long as you don't have a string of bad injuries, you should be fine. But imagine you spend $24,000 on 2 nights. And it's just the worst WrestleMania that has ever existed. Like, I don't know how you come back from that. I don't know how do you sue at that point? Might as well, right? I mean, $24,000.
Oh my god!
It better be the most entertaining show I've ever been to. Or if I'm spending $24,000 to go to a wrestling show, I better be in it. Like, I need to be something. I need to be something. Give me a camera or something. Like, I'll be a cameraman. Let me ring the bell.
Ring announcer.
Let me stand alongside the ramp and high five every wrestler when they come down, and they're mandated to actually high five me. Like, I don't know. I got to be a part of it somehow. Let me clean up the ring after. I don't know, but I got to be a part of it somehow. You can't just, I don't know.
Dude, it's so crazy to me. It's just the price is so exorbitant that it's like, god damn, man,
And that's what's wrong with my head is that I feel like if I would spend that much money, and I'm going top tickets here. If I'm spending $24,000, even if I left the show,
crazy better happen.
Even if I left the show, I'll be like, yeah, that was a good show. Not $24,000 were fucking worth it, but
if I was a multi-millionaire, okay, fine. I ain't got whatever. Because 24 G's is a drop in the hat.
Right.
It's like $25 to a normal person.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. Okay, I won't buy a Rolex.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is. I won't buy a Rolex. Okay, cool.
Probably a pretty nice Rolex, though. I mean,
right. I mean, it's probably going to get you a lot of attention. Let's just be honest. If you tell a normal person, hey, I went to WrestleMania this year instead of buying a Rolex, they'd look at you like you had 10 fucking heads.
Yeah.
Because most people are not into fucking wrestling.
I just feel like if you're buying those cheap tickets, they're going to put up some sort of ridiculous staging, and you're going to be behind it. You're gonna miss 50% of the ring. You know how they keep putting up those the
stanchions.
The stanchions.
Because they're afraid of rain.
You're gonna be behind a stanchion.
Bro, I would be so butthurt.
Yep.
I'd be like, I want a refund.
I'd walk around the entire show. I'd walk around just around the stadium, just so I didn't have to sit in my seat. Just so I could walk around and stand somewhere and get a better view of the ring.
Man, that would be the fucking worst, dude. That would be the worst. And you gotta plan that shit out properly,
Yep.
but you don't know what the staging's gonna look like.
You have no idea.
You have... Oh my god, bro, that could be so fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
That could be so bad. Oh god.
You remember Rock and Cena, the first one, where they had the palm tree set up or whatever around the ring?
No.
Yeah, it was those giant stanchions, but they had a palm tree type of thing around it, and it cut off the view of anyone who was at the corner of the ring.
Damn. Damn. And think about how much those tickets were back in the day.
Well, not $24,000.
No, well, I mean, clearly not that much money worth, but I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, Cena Rock, like, that was like big time.
Yeah.
That was big time, big time.
Yep.
Well, you know what, man? This has been fucking...
all I have, I'll just show you that image real quick. That thing that was...
Oh, yeah, that's right. I do remember that now. It was giant.
Yep. And it was on every corner of the ring. A giant, like, palm tree thing.
Oh,
in one of the biggest matches of, the biggest show of the year. And four
Is that
sides
when Rock
of the
had
ring.
the goatee?
Yeah, he had the goatee.
Yeah.
Yep. But that was... It was giant palm trees at every corner of the ring, and if you were anywhere at the corners of the ring, you couldn't see like half the ring.
What is the point, dude? What is the point? Well, this has been Pro Wrestling Summit. We've gone 30 minutes. We're not going to talk any fucking further about this because it's upsetting, man.
It's aggravating.
I actually feel bad for the people who are spending that much money on a fucking ticket. I do. I actually feel bad. And it's really unfortunate, man, because I don't want to feel bad. Because if you're spending that type of money on a ticket, you deserve to fucking get what you get.
Here's what we'll say: we hope it's the best show that they've ever put on.
I seriously do. I mean, listen, I'm watching it from home. I want it to be the best show that they ever put on because I pop the same way. You know what I mean? I love hearing a live crowd, but not for that type of money.
Not for that money.
Again, if you're going to one night of WrestleMania, you're going to night two, you spend under a G, about a G to go, like, totally fine. I totally get that. That's not that big of a deal. But when you're spending 10 G's on a fucking ticket to a pro wrestling show, like, I don't know what you're doing with your life.
Unacceptable.
Like, give me the money.
Yeah.
I'll do something with it.
Yep.
We can start our own company.
We'll start a promotion. 10 G's.
10
G's, baby.
Yeah, 10 G's, no problem. Like, invest in Pro Wrestling Summit. Like, what are we doing? But this has been Pro Wrestling Summit. Make sure you reach out to us on Instagram at good.villain.media. Also at Pro Wrestling Summit RI. Make sure that you, like, share, subscribe. Don't be afraid. And until next time, I have been Tatum. That has been Knowledge. Peace out. 10 G's. Fucking ridiculous.